Yeah, I know.
All right, here we go. Back to honoring our players of the week. And our next player of the week is a guy I could go on and on telling stories about.
Can we reference his first interview with you also? Maybe
Yes, we
get a shot of
can.
it too.
We can. We're actually going to show pictures of that.
Great.
But we go back a ways. Paul
They already got
Lee,
it pulled up, Coach.
I told them to. We're going to show that on the camera here, though. That Paul Lee and I go all the way back to when he was in the 5th grade. 5th grade. And Paul Lee.
He's not a nice little thing. He's a nice strong.
Paul gets settled in, and let's stop Bobby right here. Paul Lee was probably back then one of the goofiest kids in the 5th grade I ever taught. But I'm going to come out right now. I'm going to pay you a compliment, and I can honestly say I am proud of you and how you turned out, the things you've done, and what you've accomplished and all. That it's a success story that looking back, I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
So that's, and I don't pay you a compliment very much. Remember that, because I had fun over the years of all the things you used to do, and when you come in class, and I'm like, oh Lord, he's here again, and all. And we would go through that, watching you try to play the games, and you'd be wearing your Alabama shirt, yelling "Roll Tide," and I'd be yelling "Roll him away, get him away." So, but you had a good career, and I was really hoping, because back then we had Bowling Springs Intermediate School Sports Broadcasting Club.
Yep.
You were a member of that club. And we're going to show some pictures a little bit later on there, though. But you used to come up, and we did interviews back then. You gave me some of the goofiest answers, or some of the goofiest things you could imagine when you answered the questions. So we went back together, and I think you were, and your 2 teachers back then that you were teamed up with were Miss Cruz and you were
McAllister.
Mr. McAllister's class. And Lord, whenever we go on a field trip, I'd always get stuck with having to help them keep up with y'all on the field trip. And all. So I couldn't get away from you, though. But again, you know, you turned out good. And, you know, from what I'm hearing now, I think you have committed. Let's talk about this for a minute, to play baseball at the next level.
Yeah, I'm pretty much going to try to go play some JUCO ball. Play some baseball at the next level.
You have come a long way since striking out in wiffle ball in the 5th grade, and you know, just really being the king of the wiffle ball games that we used to have in the gym there, though.
Yep.
But hey, I'm proud of you, Dave. All right, we're going to talk about what you helped accomplish this past Friday night. Now, again, and this is rare, but I think it's great, because I'm a former offensive line coach when I was at Dorman and all, to see 4 offensive linemen getting honored as players of the week. You play center.
Yep.
And we won't talk about the snaps that hit the quarterback in the ankle and the other things like that, though. But you have done a really good job. So you have to be the anchor, and you play there. You've been there for 2 years doing that thing. And this past week, and again, this is why we're honoring the offensive lineman, was that Broome put up 49 points and only were 3 out of 6 passing. And you had a running back sitting over here that had 251 yards in it. And I don't know who the guilty one was, but he had about 100 yards taken away. He'd had 350, but somebody was holding.
Where's Aubrey? Oh, that was Matthew?
Uncle Matt was the guilty party of
The guilty
part.
Okay.
He got 369.
I had you at about, I told him after the game that he had about 350 in my calculations, had there not been holding penalties there, though. But again, to score 49 points in a game, and none of them are touchdowns by pass, and all, that's a great job for all the offensive linemen here. So I'm happy to see, you know, the good job you've done. Now let me ask you this one. I asked Aubrey the last thing, I said, how many times a game do you actually hold and get away with it? How many times a game do you hold and not get caught?
Oh, I hold all the time. Every play, honestly.
Hey, and the way I look at it is, you do it till you get caught.
Yep.
And if they're not calling it, and they're not doing it, when they start throwing that flag, then maybe you have to make a few adjustments. Because that's just like when I was coaching basketball, I'd tell them, foul every time down the court. And one time, you know, you got 5 guys fouling down the court. They only call it a 1.
Yep.
So that's when you get to have a little fun. It becomes basketball when you do that. When it gets kind of physical right there, though. All right, what is your least favorite drill in the offensive line?
It's got to be the shoot. Got to be the shoot.
I had so many players that probably need to go to concussion protocols. That ding, ding.
He has one or no.
How many times have you ever done that?
Probably about once a day. I get out there at tackle at practice and be on that left side, and I come up too early.
Would someone please catch the phone? Because I'm sure your head's ringing right there.
Yeah.
Probably the second. Let's see if I'm right on this. Would the second least favorite be the boards?
No, I actually love board drills. They're fun.
Do you?
Yeah. My second least favorite probably inside run.
Okay, all right. Well, I'll tell you, when I was coaching, and offensive line coach, I even hated spring practice when the only thing we could do was shoots and boards. That got boring.
Yeah.
Doing that when you couldn't put on see, back in those days, there was no, you could not put on full gear and go. It was shorts every day, shorts and helmets, and we did boards and shoots for 45 minutes or whatever, and that got old real fast. Work on stepping with the right foot, driving that off knee down to keep good and low coming out, all that fun stuff, and all like that. So I remember those days, though. All right, we're going to get into some of the fun questions right now. Let's see, and this one right here was one when I was thinking of questions and looking through questions, and I said I circled this one for you. On a scale from 1 to 10, how weird do you think you are?
I'm like an 8.
Hey, okay. I'll see what his dad thinks about that back there, though. I'll see if he gives me a hand signal on that one there. And at least he's honest right here, though. You know what? Everybody's got to be a little bit weird to survive in this world today. You got to be. People tell me I'm crazy, and I'll say, amen. You got to be. You got to be to survive, and I like that. Right there. All right, the question I've asked everybody this year is, one of my favorite things in coaching was that I used to design all my uniforms for my team. Starting at ground zero. And see, I can't do that anymore. I miss that. So I designed my own jerseys now. And this is one of my Broome colors. I got a lot of Broome color jerseys. I've got one I can only wear on Friday nights now because we're undefeated in that jersey. And I've been told by Mr. Graves and my coach Fleming I've got to wear that one every week. So it's got to make it through several more games before we get washed. So y'all just give you, I don't smell good. That's all right. What would your Broome uniform? Uniform, pants, jerseys, everything. What would your uniform look like?
I would go with the all white combo that we have now. White cleats, white pants, white jersey. But I'd bring back the white helmet with the stickers that we have on the gold now with a blue face mask.
Okay. How about what would you have? The gold numerals, or would you have the blue numerals trimmed in gold? What would your trim look like?
The blue trimmed in gold.
Okay, all right. So that would look pretty good, though. Sometimes they say that all white uniforms white shoes make you look fast.
Yeah.
And all they say the all black uniform, which I loved, designing. That was one of my colors at Bowling Springs. That I had an all black uniform. Actually, I had a black pinstripe uniform. Yeah. It had red pinstripes. It really looked good. But those make you look mean. So Aubrey's uniform was going to be all pink for the month of October. They were going to be pink and white. So I told him real men wear pink. I wear pink. Yep. So, all right, let's go on next. What makes Paul Lee happy?
Everything, man. Playing sports, just getting out there, hanging out with the breakfast club members.
Okay.
Jackson and Odell, we always have fun. 4th block every day at school.
All right.
My girlfriend, we just love everything.
Okay. What makes you sad?
When Alabama loses.
Alabama loses. Is Alabama going to win this week in Tennessee?
No.
If Bill O'Brien don't call double screen on 4th and 1, maybe.
All right.
They got to get used to playing fast.
Now, your quarterback, I had the opportunity. Well, I had the opportunity to interview with Nick Saban this summer.
Yep.
Nick Saban tried to show me up when I asked him what my question there that went viral.
Yeah, I saw it
there. But I got the last laugh because it made him look stupid because everybody said the wife had the pants on in his house after that though. All right, but one thing I like, is your quarterback going to play this week?
Bryce Young?
Yeah.
They said he got reevaluated Monday and that he should go. Hopefully he does.
I hope he does too, because I do not want Tennessee winning that ball game.
Me neither.
That Tennessee is not, any team that wears orange is not one of my favorites.
That's right. Garbage truck convention.
Yep, Garbage truck convention. All right, I remember that.
That's cap.
All right, Halloween. Halloween's this week, and I think you got it on the day, maybe one of them. But what was your favorite Halloween costume when you? One of the scariest ones I know is a Paul Lee costume.
Yeah.
What was your favorite one as a kid?
My favorite one as a kid is probably when I went. I was a zombie one year and had a little pump heart thing. That was probably my favorite one.
You used to come to intermediate school dressed like that more than once.
More than one.
Okay. What? Do you have any phobias?
Snakes. I don't like snakes.
I don't like snakes either. I sure don't.
Snakes in the church, I swear.
Favorite ride at the fair? You go to fair.
Yeah, I go to. I'm not a big roller coaster guy.
You like roller coasters, so you would. Do you like to go on things that go up high, or do you like things that go fast?
Fast.
Okay, I do too. I don't like going up high anymore though. But I'm getting too old for that. All right, where do you like to hang out? Where's your hangout place?
Moni's building, which Moni is Noah Quinn, the assassin. I'll go hang out at Moni's building, or we'll go post up at 1298 Glen Springs Road with Alan Dixon and Mason. We'll go hang out there. We love that.
All right, when
Give
you're
out his
alone,
address.
when you're riding down the road, and all. Thanks for the warning. I know to stay away from that place now. So, when you're riding down the road and you're alone, what do you think about it?
Nothing really. I just listen to my music and just drive.
Okay, I didn't know that was like a time where you could meditate or anything, and you had any really deep thoughts. Okay, all right. Let's get back right here. Let's listen to the next one. I'm gonna let you make up a new rule for football, or maybe change the rule. What would you do if you could make any rule change?
If I can make any rule change,
And see, I remember back when your father was an official, and your grandfather was an official too.
if I can make any rule change, I'd let us celebrate a little bit more after touchdowns.
Okay.
Yeah, the referee's been too strict.
I like one. Aubrey had a good idea. He wanted to see the rule that if you pancake somebody, you can go on and pin them like WCW and hold them down after that and get up and do a dance after it's over, though.
Yeah.
So Odell likes that one, too. I think he would probably go for that, though.
already does.
All right. I've got a surprise for you outside. Yeah, I'm going to give you an elephant. A big old elephant. What are you going to do with it? Are you going to keep it, or are you going to sell it?
I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna ride that thing to school every day.
Could you see him riding in Broome on an elephant?
The bus was
Please,
on elephant.
if you ever ride an elephant to Broome, let me know, and I will be there to video that.
The bus was on.
But you can make money. You can charge little kids to ride your elephant. You could take him out in the pasture, pull up roots and stuff.
$150 a ride.
Hey, I agree with you right there, though. You can start Paul's Circus. You can be the ringmaster and lead clowns. So that's what his calling in life's going to be right now. It's going to be the Paul Lee Circus. Coming to a location near you. All right. Let's see. Would you rather be the best player on your team and disliked, or would you rather be the worst player on your team and liked?
Best player on my team is dislike.
Okay.
You gotta be him.
Okay, gotta be you. All right, if you were stranded on an island and you had, you're out there by yourself on the island, what would you do to pass the time?
Probably just run around. Just try to find something to do.
Going around in circles. Maybe you can find a monkey to play with or something there.
Give me a little fat monkey and carry him on my shoulder.
Y'all can go pick bananas together.
Right.
Okay. All right. Well, when you do that, please let me know, and I'll bring the camera for that too. That we'll go do that. All right. And I think I know the answer to this one already. Though. I'm gonna give you a scholarship to any college in the United States. Where you going?
I'm going to Alabama and just play football. I don't even care if I play. I'll sit the bench. And watch.
Roll Tide. There you go. I knew that answer was coming right there. Okay. You're going, I don't know, with the haunted house. Did I go to the haunted house with you yet? All right, you go into the haunted house, and it's a really spooky one. You can take one person with you. Who you taking?
I'm gonna go to Odell so I can hide behind him.
They asked me that one last week, and I said I was going to, and I was going to take DT with us, but he was scared. He said he wasn't going.
I went to one last year with Devon here behind him.
Somebody said that Odell would probably be the monster and it would scare all the little kids in there. When Alex comes back. All right, before we get to the fun questions, last but not least, right here, what's the most important thing that you want people to know about Paul Lee?
I'm just a nice guy. We like to have fun.
Yeah, I'm just a good guy.
I'm just fun.
You're Paul Lee.
Yeah.
That's it. And hey, that's one thing that everybody knows. There will only be one Paul Lee. I can say that. And that's something you can be proud of. Is again, you got to be crazy to enjoy life lots of times. And you've done well at that. All right, here's lightning round questions. ACC or SEC?
SEC all the way.
Okay. Yeah, I think that probably if you played in the ACC, that'd be like playing Vanderbilt 7 times a year.
Yep.
Playing in there, though.
Right.
All right, heads or tails?
Tails. Tails never fails.
That's right. That's what I always told my captains to call was tails. Would you rather be hot or cold?
Cold.
Because you can still put on clothes when you're cold, but when you're hot, you can only take so much off. All right, would you rather are you a big city guy or a small town guy?
Small town.
Okay. Would you rather wear blue jeans or be DQ?
DQ.
That means dressed up, being a fashion guy.
Oh, I'll put a fit on DQ all the way.
Drip out with what?
He thinks DQ's Dairy Queen. Okay. Let's see. Mountains or beaches?
The beach.
All right. Would you rather a good workout or a good nap?
A good nap.
I was gonna say I knew that because you used to do that in class. Okay. Pepsi or Coke?
Coke.
Breakfast, lunch, or supper? In your case, all the above.
I'm gonna go breakfast.
Breakfast is one of your most important meals of the day. All right. Facebook or Twitter?
Twitter. Twitter's hilarious.
All right. Your smile or game face?
I'm gonna smile.
Okay, you're gonna be a smiling guy. You might put that
Shout out Queasy. Hashtag smile.
All right, foot long hot dog or foot long sub?
Put on sub.
Would you rather be happy and live for 50 years, or would you rather be unhappy and live forever?
Happy.
Okay, so you're just gonna be around for 50 years.
Yep.
Okay. All righty, I like it there though. Let's see. Would you rather be poor and happy or rich and miserable?
Probably poor and happy.
Okay.
That's a lot.
Money doesn't buy everything.
That's right.
And last but not least, would you rather have a banana split or grandma's apple pie with ice cream on top?
Grandma's apple pie. No
All
doubt.
righty. Can't go wrong with grandma's apple pie. Well, Paul Lee,
Yep.
the legend of Paul Lee,
My side people.
is one of the players of the week.
Thank you.
And I'm proud of you, very proud of you.
I got a question before you get there.
Got a question for me.
What's his nickname?
What is his nickname?
Yeah, because mine is J Mac Attack. What's his?
Yep, and what are we going to call you?
Possum Paul.
Possum
Possum Paul, baby.
I like that, Possum Paul.
That's a little C plus reference. You know, we're all gas, no diesel with a C plus. Get out the mud.
You just wait till the next Friday night. And there's a holding penalty. It must be Possum Paul.
I like it.
And we're going to add something that was left off, too. We talked about Paul Lee back when he was a member of the Bowling Springs Intermediate School Sports Broadcasting Club. I tell you what, isn't he a hunk right there? There is Paul Lee's picture as a 5th grader.